Richie here. I am professor of theology at Pentecostal Theological Seminary in Cleveland, Tennessee, and also lead pastor at New Harvest Church of God in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'd like to invite you to take a look at my book on Essentials of Pentecostal Theology. Essentials of Pentecostal Theology. The subtitle says a lot about what this book involves. An eternal and unchanging Lord, powerfully present and active by the Holy Spirit. This book is a grassroots theology. In other words, it focuses on what we believe and how it intersects with how we behave, belief and practices. It's a thoroughly biblical textbook, but it also is theologically articulate. Nevertheless, I endeavor to write in understandable language. Technical terms are defined or clarified whenever they must be used. Now, I wrote this book because of an experience I had. A few years ago, I was invited by a European organization to write a chapter in a book that was part of a series on Christian faith in the world, and this volume focused on Pentecostal theology. My assignment was to write on the essential features of Pentecostal theology. As I wrote, I sort of began to have this recurring feeling, an odd feeling, that there was something vaguely familiar about what I was doing, even though it was an entirely original project. Eventually, I realized that I was tapping into the ethos of Pentecostal spirituality and theology that I had grown up with as a third-generation Pentecostal. And yet, it was developing in surprising and fertile ways. I soon realized I had a book on my hands. I'm glad Whiffenstock Publishers agreed and have published this volume. It really gets at not necessarily all the implications and nuances of advanced Pentecostal theology, but at what is Pentecostal theology all about anyway? What's it really all about anyway? In that sense, it's something of an introduction to Pentecostal theology. However, it doesn't simply survey Pentecostal theology. It digs in and develops the implications of our thought. I've been very pleased at the reception and response of those who have already read the book. These include pastors, professors and scholars. It also includes students, as well as church members, your average layperson. I'm told that they find this book helpful, and indeed, that it would be helpful for anyone interested in the Pentecostal movement. Of course, Pentecostalism is one of the most vital movements in the world today. It is a vital spiritual force. And Essentials of Pentecostal Theology really gets down to what's the essence of Pentecostal spirituality and theology. The essence of Pentecostal theology and spirituality. I hope that you will pick up this book, Essentials of Pentecostal Theology. And I hope and pray it will be a blessing to you, intellectually and spiritually. God bless you.